Now, before we jump into today's video here in Teotitlán del Valle, we wanted to show you guys our newest product on alwayscontodo.com. These are handmade wool coasters. You can find them, all the information, everything will be linked below. There's only 50 sets, and if they're not already gone, they're probably almost gone, so grab some while you can.
A very good morning, amigos.
Now today we are exploring the pueblo just outside of Oaxaca City, known as Teotitlán del Valle, with our amigo Vicente. First up, he's gonna show us the market.
Ooh, I'm hungry. Now, Teotitlán del Valle is about an hour outside of Oaxaca.
Oh, an hour.
And it is known for its wool, its lana, all the artisans around here. And Teotitlán del Valle is mostly a Zapotec community, correct?
Exactly, Zapotec community.
And I noticed whenever, like, you've seen a few people you know in the streets, and
He knows everybody.
Vicente knows everybody. And instead of saying good morning there, instead of saying good timing,
There you have it.
instead of saying buenos dias to people, what do you say?
Zakstil.
Zakstil?
Zakstil.
And that means basically buenos dias in Zapotec.
Buenos dias. Good morning.
Wow, that's interesting. Just when I get the hang of Spanish, I hang out with you and I don't know what you're saying.
Now we're right outside the market, which I think is quite bustling for a pueblo of around 12,000, but Vicente tells us we're a bit early. There's still vendors coming, a lot more people to get their goodies, so we're gonna head to the church first and then come back here for apparently what's supposed to be more busy than this.
The street signs here are in English, Spanish, and Zapoteco. Never seen that before. We are outside the main church here in Teotitlán del Valle, the church here in the main plaza. What year was this church built?
16.
It was built in the 16th century. I think the sign over here maybe it said 1751. And Vicente told us an interesting fact. This has, you can see some intricate designs. What's the story behind this? Why is this in the church?
Yes, actually these are stones. These for the archaeological site.
Okay.
When the Spanish come to conquest this area, they use the same stones for the archaeological site to building that church.
Wow.
This church.
And did they build this church on top of an archaeological site?
Exactly.
Okay, so much like Cholula or in Mexico and really all over Mexico, the Spanish, once again, when they came in and conquered, they put their churches over archaeological sites, but I've never seen the archaeological site in the church quite like this before.
Wow.
These the original stones.
Wow.
Is, for example, the Zapotec peoples. Long time ago, the Zapotec peoples, very, very artistic people. They like to make the hieroglyphics, hieroglyphics.
And now you're using these same designs in your art.
And my art.
Wow.
Talk about full circle.
There's a meaning, like the ocean, the water. And this one, the circle of life, the steps of life.
We've made it to the market here in the center of town. Vicente was right, it got busier and busier. Now he tells us that a couple interesting things that make this market seem a little different. The first is that anyone can come and sell their things, so it seems like a true sort of farmer's market. Whatever you happen to grow in your backyard, you can come every morning and sell. And he also said that traditionally and typically the women are the ones who do the shopping.
Yes, and they all
bring
have
their big baskets and they come and they go, and everyone knows everyone here, and that's something that, well, we don't really get a lot of in Mexico City. Wandering through the market, rather, it is so very different from other markets. It is super busy, and Vicente tells us it's like this every single day from about 8 to 10 in the morning. I think one of the things that stands out to me is everyone just brings just a few things. There's not truckloads of things here. We saw someone selling, she had 3 or 4 chickens to sell today, and 1 or 2 squash and things like that. But he did say it's hustling and bustling like this every single day.
It truly feels like no other market we've ever been to. We've been to a lot of markets in Mexico, but this one, you don't hear much Spanish walking around. I've seen all sorts of different kinds of foods that I've never seen before.
Everyone knows everyone, except for us.
Everybody knows everybody. I love the clothes everybody's wearing. It's it feels like we're in a different country. It feels like we're not in Mexico, but this is ironically the most Mexican market we've ever been to. 100% mexicano. This is the bread section of the market, and it smells amazing.
It's huge. It's huge.
I want 1 piece of everything. .com. So what is this section, or what is this?
Like fresh food. Ready food.
Okay, so you come here to get your nopales or your pasta, and you can take basically.
Like the ladies sell like 5 pesos, 10 pesos.
Okay, and everybody brings your own little containers to take home. Okay.
Exactly.
That market is incredible, Vicente. I'm jealous that you get to get your fresh fruit from there every morning. I think it's cool because everything is from. It's local, like the cheese is from here, all the fruit is, you know, from up in the mountains, so it's all local, it's probably all organic, it probably all tastes better than anything you could get at Soriana or Walmart. It's, yeah, I'm very jealous.
Everything is homemade.
Can we move in? Can we live with you?
Okay, please.
I think it's incredibly interesting how you can find touches of the Zapotec designs everywhere in the city. From the church, we saw some in some newly paved sidewalks, and then here in kind of just a brick in the plaza. This design is the eye of God. Now, if we weren't with Vicente, I would have had no idea that that's what this is, but as we learn more and as we learn what these symbols are, we really start to see them all over the city and in every touch of every design, whether it's in rugs or the architecture here in the city. Now, Mi Casa es Tu Casa is real life Mexico stuff, amigos, real life Zapoteco stuff. Vicente and his family have been so kind to allow us into his house for 2 days. If you did not see our last video, we spent the entire day here, and we're finishing up to here, and he's Him and his family have been so kind to prepare us
Yes.
breakfast, lunch. Now, what is this?
Now we're starting with just a little bit of chocolate to get our day started.
Anywhere where you
I've
start
already
your day with
tasted it.
chocolate is a good place to
Yeah. It's so good. It's kind of chilly outside, so it's perfect.
be. This is, what kind of bread is this?
Pan de yema.
Pan de yema. And this is normal to dip it in your chocolate.
Right.
Okay, well,
Remember, people told us that.
yeah, but I don't know if I've ever seen pan de yema,
Actually,
no?
people told us
There's like a
they did
bolillo.
bolillos.
Bolillos,
This is better than bolillo.
Or what are those real cheap snacks we get, canalitas?
Oh, kind of like this.
Put canalitas in your... Vicente has just informed us that in typical Teotitlán del Valle fashion, the chocolate is handmade. His mom buys the cacao, the beans in the market,
And the cinnamon
and then they
works magic.
work some mágica zapoteca, and wow,